said I got to say something, baby, hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic. Somebody hand me a mic, cause I got to say something, so just hand me a mic. When I need to say something, better hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic.
So are we rolling, Southpaw?
We are rolling.
We are rolling. So this is People Like Us. We're back.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you everybody who's here now watching it. They must do some stuff though, mustn't they, Southpaw? Southpaw's
away from his mic, so yeah, like and subscribe and all that kind of carry on.
Thank you, Johnny. Yes, please do all that goodness, everyone. Everyone who's here, thank you very much for listening, but liking and subscribing goes a long way and really helps us, so thank you.
Just watch it, please, as well.
Yeah. Don't you get like more like, I don't know if it's credit or bonuses, like if they watch more of the show, is that right?
I don't know. I feel better if they watch the show.
Yeah,
I'll log on and see that number. It's like, 5 people and a dog have watched it. It's like,
No, we got 20 on your last one, Johnny.
20?
You got 20.
Yeah, listen, anybody that's...
I'm going to get recognised all over the place.
Anybody that's a regular viewer...
20?
If anybody hasn't watched that last episode with Johnny... What number was that?
That was episode 59.
Episode 59. Yeah, that's. I will say that's one of my favourite episodes that we've done.
I felt quite good about that one at the end.
I really enjoyed it.
It was really good, wasn't it?
I hope them 20 people that watched it really enjoyed it as well.
I'm sure they did. Yeah. And whoever has watched that one, we appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we are.
Thanks, them people.
But anyway, I'll do that in a minute. But anyway, yeah, we are back, and this is People Like Us. And as we've said, we really appreciate everybody that listens. Keep doing so, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But what we were saying, Johnny, a minute ago, is I know that feeling when you get in the gym on a morning after 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You get
the middays.
Yeah. You'll find that most of them are older, you know, or the unemployed.
Yeah,
that's what you'll find. You know, old and unemployed. I've been in the gym at that time of day, and it always feels like you're doing something naughty. It always feels like it makes me feel uneasy.
It makes you think that everybody else thinks that you're unemployed.
Yeah,
you're there.
I have maybe it's an unrest, but I always feel like in those situations that like I'm missing my opportunity, if that makes sense. So like, I used to like not being at work, but now not being at work, it makes me uneasy.
It makes you feel like you haven't got a purpose in life.
Basically, yeah, basically. But did you ever like was this just my mum? Because you couldn't get fined then, but my mum would sometimes give us a day for the Queen sort of thing.
Yeah, just take you out for the crack.
Yeah, just take us out to school for a day. Did you ever get that or not?
Yeah, I got that occasionally.
And did you ever go out?
I didn't get that.
The rule was like you weren't supposed to go outside because you weren't like in the wild on your own.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be sick or something.
Yeah, but you know, lackadaisical habit. Sometimes you do. You just nip to the shop, and I always remember like feeling like like I was. I don't know how to describe it. That I was
being a little rebel.
Yeah, outdoing the system, and you walk through the streets and like that's sort of.
What age was this?
What age was the days for the Queen? Old enough, young enough that I wasn't just skiving by choice. So.
I was going to say, because you went through a skiving period, so I'm surprised to hear this.
Yeah, a couple of years. Yeah, a couple of years. But so this would have been like junior school. Not a comprehensive school type thing. This would be a junior school type thing.
Yeah.
I still have this one great memory of, I think I've told this story before about the day for the Queen. Really, really sits strong on me. I must have been young because, again, help me out on this. When you got scared, you slept in your mum's bed sometimes, right?
Of course, yeah.
Right. So this was a slept in your mum's bed night. And I can remember waking up, it must have been the summer, and my mum banging and carrying on and like opening wardrobes and stuff. And I just remember her saying, we're having a day off today, basically, along those lines. And I can remember us getting into my mum's D-Reg Ford Fiesta. We had a hole in the roof, had a tape deck, a piece of wire for an area.
Had a hole in the roof.
A hole in the roof. So if it rained, you got wet. Basically.
No way, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, had a manual choke, and I remember us chugging to a place in the northeast called Mask. Have you heard of it?
No,
Mask.
I haven't.
It's a seaside town. It's like Redcar. You heard of Redcar before?
Yeah.
It's one of them. Mask. And I can remember having this day for the Queen. On the beach on a school day. Really happy, fun memory. Of course, you get fined for that now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you put, that's like 50 quid or something like that, I'm sure. It's up there.
Is it? So what was your days?
Adults take the kids out for for like holidays and stuff, like because you get the cheaper deal, and then you end up spending like I don't know, £250 a week to take them out as well.
You know what? It should be like they should do it on like a flexi. Oh no, because the teachers would need time off. They should do it on like a flexi time thing where because of that holiday thing for kids and stuff. My sister's got kids, and she may or may not have took them out of school to go on holiday once.
Yeah.
And the reason was because it was astronomically cheaper to take them at a certain time as opposed to a certain time. I think, and it's a bit of a scam really, isn't it? Because the holiday companies know this and they'll just inflate any price over them.
When the kids are off, yeah.
And I think there should be like a flexi time thing going on where, okay, you can take 2 weeks off in, say, June when you're not supposed to, but you have to take 2 weeks out of your 6-week holiday and give them it back. Does that not seem fair?
Yeah, I mean, teachers would probably kick off about it because, it's their holiday as well, but like, holy shit, yeah. I don't even think it's about, like, why are they fining it anyway? Like, if you're taking that kid away to go to, like, see the world, like, let the kid fucking have some life experience. It's probably more valuable than fucking learning about the Romans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, like, to add to, like, our future business ventures, to add to the people like us travel insurance, we're going to do people like us Board of Education is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And we'll sort it out.
Well, it's actually £80 a day you get charged per parent, per child.
What do you mean per parent?
It says per parent, per child, per day. Twice. If paid within 21 days, increasing to 160 if paid within 28 days.
Who's enforcing that money? Is it just the school? Because if it was the school, I'd tell them.
It's called the Department of Education.
Right. That doesn't sound like.
And this is a recent
government.
report in August of 2024.
Right.
Obviously need the money.
That is ridiculous, isn't it? Like, I used to just get taken out on a Friday sometimes at lunchtime, so then we'd beat all the traffic because we used to go camping on weekends in the caravan.
Yeah.
And Mum and Dad would just say, oh yeah, he's not feeling too good. Or I'd just say that, and then Mum would come pick us up.
Did you tell at the school? Or not?
Well, some of the teachers we got on well with, so we could tell them, but then some of them were quite funny about it even back then.
Yeah.
So I used to just say I was ill and had a fever and had a cold, and Mum would be like, oh, come on, Lou. Right, let's go to the caravan once we're out. Here we go. We're off to Wales.
I've seen it done though. Like, my mate decided to lie and say that his nana died and he was going to the funeral. And it was, do you remember when we were talking about the Centre Parks weekends?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of them. So he was with us at Centre Parks, and the principal of the school was also there.
No chance.
Just happened to be, one
at
of the
Centre
fucking
Parks?
just separate to our group. He just happened to also be there, and he was like, "Oh fuck!"
Did he keep his head down? Did he get seen or?
I think my mum pretended to be his nan and was like very unwell.
Oh my god! You look
like
well.
that.
You look well considering your funerals.
Yeah,
yesterday. No way. I did that once. It was really bad. I was working at the Lowry Hotel in Manchester, and I'd been posting stories on the night before, and I got on really well with my boss. And my boss had seen all these snaps, and it got to all the lads had been up all night and got about, I think our shift was 8 o'clock in the morning. And at 6 o'clock, I said, right, I'm calling in. There's no way I can do this shift. I'm still smashed. And the two of the lads were still going to do the shift. Anyway, I said that my nan had passed, which is awful because my nan has since passed, but it was really bad. And then my boss just sent me screenshots of my story and said, I hope your nan's okay. I was like, oh, fuck.
Can't be putting things on your story.
I know, but I didn't expect it to escalate, and then I was smashed, and anyway.
Have I heard this story right? You actually posted on social media your lie. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'd posted when I was out in the club with the boys, and then my boss had seen it and screenshot it.
Right.
Then sent it back. But I deleted
you're getting the levels of that.
Yeah.
I deleted the stories. I don't know. Yeah.
I thought you were saying you'd made a fake story up about your nana passing away and posted it on your socials to back it up.
No. So I'd posted about being in the club.
Savage.
But I'd made an awful...
Nan, come here, close your eyes.
I'd made an awful
Get you some
lie.
pale makeup on them.
Oh, it was so bad.
I used to put on a fake voice to try and ring in for myself.
I can't make it in a day.
I used to when I was young, I used to have quite a good lady's voice. You know what I mean? And I can remember attempting Yeah, I used to be, not now, because I've got like a croaky smoker's voice.
It's a shame.
Back in the day, I used to be able to do quite a good impression of a lady.
Of a lady.
Yeah. So
What you're saying, like you were pretending to be your mum and saying like, Daniel's not coming in today.
Yeah, I tried to ring up and, get
Made
myself off.
Ballsy as fuck that, mate.
Yeah. You know, EU dares, Rodders. EU dares. Yeah, they didn't buy it, like, but...
No.
Obviously they didn't buy it, no.
Just on the other end, Daniel.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened, yeah. Yeah, but, you know, God loves a
That's
trier.
fucking mortifying.
Have you ever done out like that, Johnny? Or?
No, I've never done that.
You know,
Fucking mental.
God loves a trier, you know.
I've done the whole croaky voice.
I like to think of myself as
ill.
resourceful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I've never even tried the croaky voice thing, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I've done that before.
My thing would always be like, if I was sick, I wouldn't like, I don't think I'd ever sound like that. So I've always just rang up and said like, oh yeah, I'm not well. Like, just use my normal voice.
Yeah, that's actually probably a more realistic tactic, isn't it?
Let's hear your poorly voice, pal.
Hi, Dan. How you doing? Go on.
What's I'm the teacher?
Yeah, you're the teacher.
Hello.
Hi, Dan. It's Louis.
How are you doing, Louis?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, actually, I've got a proper bad headache. I don't know whether I'll be able to come in today.
You do sound bad, like. You sound really unwell.
No,
Gosh.
I don't feel good.
Oh wow! Listen, no, I understand. You sound terrible. Listen, you take the day off and you know, look after yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. I'm gonna go to the toilet.
All right, see you later, Louis.
Bye.
That kid didn't have sound bad.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sold. Yeah,
Really?
I'm sold, 100%.
We know what to listen to now, though.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do sick days at Dash. He just takes holidays.
I don't really do sick days.
No, you just take
I
them.
don't really get sick.
Well, you just take them.
He just, I'm not coming in today,
I
mate.
just
Coffee
do
shops
that.
and that.
Yeah.
I'm going to work in a coffee shop today, straight down.
Literally, that past 12 months at work, it was like some kind of magic trick. Like, I kept asking the operations team, after like the first 60 days off he'd had, I'd sort of keep asking the operations team, surely Mr. Coates has ran out of days, and there was always more days, and I don't know what sort of magic trick he pulled, but I remember once basically I hadn't seen him for about 6 months, right? And I hadn't seen him for about 6 months.
It's so over-exaggerated.
I went and asked the operations team. I think he worked like 1 day a week for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I went to ask the operations team like, how many days does he owe us? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And been told something like he's got 17 left, and been like, like we're not going to see him. Yeah, he basically got 2023 off, basically. Yeah, it was a feat. It was magic.
It was
magic.
a work of art.
It was a work of art.
Never actually worked a full week at Dash, I don't think, ever.
Never.
I
don't think he has. Have you ever done a full
fucking
week?
have. I've always worked, mate. I've done Saturdays. I've done weekends. I do
Have
things
you
left, right,
worked
centre.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in 1 week?
Not for a long time.
Have you ever?
Well, no, I worked. I'm not getting into this, but you know what the best place to work was? Because you
Dash.
didn't even have to do. Well, Dash is great, but
Yeah.
you know you didn't have to do the whole sick calling at Amazon. It's an automated system at Amazon. So there'd be points where
Fucking hell, that must get abused to shit.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but like you get flagged if you take the piss out of it. But all you'd have to say is you'd be on the phone, it'd be a recorded call. They'd say, what's up with you today? Why can't you come in? Headache. How long will you be off for? Unsure. You could literally just play the shit out of him. It was unbelievable. There would be points where I'd go for a pint before work with the boys. And then it'd be like, oh, that pint went down really well, lads. The sun's out. It's like summer. This wasn't long after COVID, because I got the job in COVID, so I could be a key worker. And then I'd just be like, just call in. I'd be like, oh, okay. So I called in the one time, and it was an automated system. I was expecting to get through it, put to like one of the team leaders or something, and it was just an automated system.
Hi, Jeff speaking.
After that, I was just like, oh my word, like I can just breeze a sick day whenever I want, and you got paid.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amazon missed a trick there. Like like you say, an automated sick line.
I don't know whether it's still that way, but when I was working there, all you had to do was just click number
That's too easy. It's way too easy.
Stop. Hold up. Before we carry on, just a quick word from our sponsor. Do you have a business? Thinking about starting one? Dash, the bespoke web design and branding experts. When you have a business that needs a professional online presence, when your current website is starting to look a little outdated and tired,
when you have an idea and want to see it brought to life online, that's where Dash can help. Dash create bespoke websites built around your business and its requirements, from exceptional e-commerce stores to sell your products online to beautiful brochures showcasing who you are and what you do. The team at Dash will become an extension of your business. You'll be assigned a dedicated team who will help guide and advise from the initial design brief all the way to the website launch. Not only that, Dash provide full aftercare to carry out any changes, alterations or updates quickly and efficiently. It's like having your very own personal web development team 365 days a year. Dash understands that in today's world, the right online image, exposure and representation is the key to success. Book in a free, no obligation consultation with one of their experts today to see how Dash can make your online vision an online reality. Just visit www.dashmedia.co.uk or search Dash Media on Google to find out more. Dash, the bespoke website and branding experts.
What did you do at Amazon, Southpaw?
So when I just started working at Amazon, it was fairly new, and it's the one round the corner from us near Morton Park. And I initially was a tote puller. So the system was you would get a certain item and they would go around in these big machines. You would pick from tote, put it in a box, scan the box. Once your box is full, then you'd fly your box down the rig and then it'd go towards the people who will package it.
You weren't driving a machine or nothing?
I wasn't driving a machine, but after working there for about 2 weeks, my rates were so high that because you had a rate to hit everything, I'm quite meticulous and I was quite fast at it. So after about 2 weeks, the team lead came over and said, "Hi Louis, do you want to be a trainer?" I said, "Absolutely." So the rest of my time was filled with bringing in new employees because there was a lot of them coming in, and I'd walk around 6 to 12 employees around every day, and I'd just get them started on the machines and get them comfortable, and I'd just oversee. So after 2 weeks, I'd finesse that system.
Wow.
So pretty much every job I finesse, mate.
Yeah, it's evident. It's evident.
I mean, that was my sister got it first, and I was fuming. My sister got the job first as well, and then
she
got being an instructor first as well, or a trainer. And then after 2 weeks of me being there, I got trainer. Me and Beth were like just breezing around, just like, so this is where you scan in, this is how you do it.
Imagine being trained to do something by him.
It was quite good. I was helpful, I was friendly. This is your canteen, this is where you're going to get your scran at lunchtime, this is the food that you eat. The fish and chips on a Friday, fantastic. Like, it was,
now he's saying it, I can actually picture him doing it, and I actually think he's actually a good fit, to be fair.
Yeah, listen, Nicola, she's gave me a phenomenal reference when I left Amazon, and she was a great team lead. If you're still there, Nicola, and if you're listening by some amazing stretch,
I'm sure she is.
There you go. Thank you very much.
She can't wait for this episode to come out.
I know. Yeah.
Hi, Nicola.
One of my 20 viewers.
You know what? It was a weird time because it was COVID, and me and Beth would come in and would work long. I think it was only like 10-hour days, 4 times a week, and that was your week boxed off, and it was decent money. You were coming away like 360 quid a week or something.
To be fair, I was looking at Amazon. Well, I wasn't looking at it. I'm not going anywhere. But like, I was thinking if I was going to sack off the whole graphic design thing, Amazon's like mint because it's like not customer facing at all. You can literally just go in there and fucking knuckle down and and you do well out of it.
I mean, to be honest, the wage I was on wasn't bad, and then I got a slight increase for becoming a trainer, and then the next step, and they wanted me to stay on to become team lead. Now, team lead, you're talking 35 grand a year, which isn't bad money considering you're just overseeing a lot of things, but you've got timelines and projects to hit, and to be honest, it is a lot. That warehouse, I mean, that's huge. And you used to have to go around each floor all the time. I was fit as a fiddle when I was working there. You're doing about 10,000 steps a day minimum, just in the warehouse.
Is there people going around with forklifts?
Yeah.
Did you get an opportunity to get a forklift license?
Well, the forklift the forklift section was purely where the lorries, that was the bottom floor where the lorries are. And I was always second or third floor, but it was an interesting little place to work because you've got people who are just like machines, and like we had a couple of Polish lads and they were just rapid and they just beat everyone over, and you had like bonuses if you were the highest leader, and you could always see your rate compared to everyone else's. So
don't want to be the bottom dweller.
Say if I was picking about 300 items an hour, which is your sort of your base rate, that's like, okay, you're on target, you're doing your job. if you're anything lower than that, like if you're hitting 250s or 200s for your whole week, people are gonna, like, your team lead will come over, like, you're gonna have to step this up, or we'll have to have a discussion. And then because I was just always so fasted, so hard, like it's good graft. I was just like phenomenal.
Just so amazing at it.
I was just like, honestly,
it's like 900s every
it's
hour.
Like I did hit 900 once. No, I didn't.
900 what?
900 items.
Giveaway items.
I think my highest item count in 1 hour was, you talk, low 400s.
Surely though, that would be like, I mean, I used to work in Argos once, and like a trolley full of little items is going to be easy to collect than a trolley full of flat pack wardrobes.
Yeah,
surely
but these, so tote was fairly small items, no bigger than that light up there.
Right. For the viewers, it's that light up there.
That's your biggest, like, sort of item, really. Yeah, it was a very physically demanding job.
Yeah, just we mentioned forklift trucks. I remember, I don't know if I've ever told you the story about when I used to work at a company. It still exists. It's called Press and Fab.
Press and Fab.
Press and Fab. It's I think the Fab
do?
stands for fabrication.
Makes sense.
I don't know what the press stands for. I think it might just be press. So Press and Fab is a company in Stockton, and they were friends of my dad once. Probably not now due to me, but at the time, yeah, my dad got me a job at Press and Fab. That's it there. Let's see that forklift there.
Cozy.
I'll tell you a story about that forklift. So basically, when I started, I was like a 18-year-old kid, right? And I had no idea what I was doing, right? And pretty much on the first day, I did have a driving license, right? And a lot of the chaps in there didn't have driving licenses. They were just working class men from Stockton, pretty much spent the spare time in the pub. Do you know what I mean? And very quickly, I was told to, can you drive a forklift? And I just said, yeah. They knew I didn't have a license, but like they didn't really care. They just said, right, like try and, you know, anyway. Within a few days, right, I was let loose on this thing, right, this forklift. And I can remember what used to happen is in their yard, they used to make great big metal, it's called a hopper. A hopper is something that goes in a quarry. Have you ever seen the thing, that big metal thing, and it looks like a triangle? You must have seen, like, on top of, like, if it's a salt mill or a sand mill, they always have a big hopper.
Just like a funnel.
Yeah, it's a funnel.
Thing. Yeah.
Basically, a giant metal funnel.
Okay, yeah.
A metal hopper. So you see this here. So stop right there. You see third along, second row next to the map. See this. So this was and this wagon here with the red. See the wagon here? This.
Yeah.
So you get an idea of these wagons that would come in, right? Well, piece it together. How do you think those things got off the wagons? The forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can remember being told by like some fella with 4 fingers, right? No teeth. Go, Danny, go on, get that off that wagon there, son. And me being like, all right, mate. So I jump on this thing, you know, buzzing with myself, you know, driving my forklift. And I would have to get this one singular forklift, and you would be you obviously got 2 forks.
At the prongs.
Yeah, and you put it under, you drive it under. Sometimes you'd lift, and you'd realise you were too far one way, and it hadn't, you know what I mean? So you had to keep trying it till you got the middle. And basically, then you'd lift this thing up. It was not supported. You were just balancing this thing. The yard was on a slant as well, so you had to counteract the slant with the pulling back of the thing. So you were like, oh. And there would be this thing that weighed many, many, many tons. You know, many tons. And I've got hold of this thing in a forklift, and sometimes the weight would be that much, you'd go back, and when you press brake, there was that little play in it, the back wheels would come up. So it like bounce, you like rock on the front wheels, and you could hear it going. And like if that had gone, like multiple deaths, including myself, like
yeah, mate.
Yeah, it just shows right how mental just a few years was. You wouldn't allow that now.
You know what? You wonder though how many of these like little businesses are going on. Like where they have forklift operators and they're doing all sorts of dangerous shit that nobody knows about.
I used to style it out as if like, oh, it's not a problem, but like really, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
proper shitting myself.
Well, you just say
can't
yes because you
imagine.
thought that you wouldn't get the job if
Yeah, I mean, look,
you wanted to do well. So you're just like, yeah, I could drive that, no bother.
to be honest, it was the easiest bit of the job because it was either doing this or you were just cutting pieces of metal. Like you'd be told to cut like 200 of one piece of metal.
Ah, yeah,
That's
pick the forklift, right?
It's a boring day. Just, yeah, so you get to play on this for a bit.
Risk your life, yeah.
look
That's
for-
the better way to go.
I looked forward to it. I once, by accident, I didn't, it was an accident. I once drove it clean into a van and nearly put a hole through the back door. I once did that and denied it afterwards. Did
Nice.
it, seen what I'd done, didn't say anything, and then a
Wasn't me,
day
no.
or two later it was going about that like one of the vans had been smashed and I was like, oh, nothing to do
No
with me.
way.
Yeah. I got sacked in the end. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you that forklift story.
Was it a forklift related sacking or
No. It was a not turning up sacking.
ringing in too many times sick?
Yeah, the Monday thing.
Can't drive a forklift today, mate. Can't drink and forklift.
It's actually a savage thing. Like, you used to work Saturday mornings. That was where the problem always occurred. It was the Saturday mornings because Friday was going out night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't do that to an 18-year-old kid. You know what I mean?
No, I
Or
used to
17.
do 8 till 12 Saturday, Sunday at Primark.
Wow.
And like
How?
I've done all nighters there, mate. It's fucking horrible.
Awful, innit?
8 till 12 in the morning.
yeah.
Oh, that's brutal on a Saturday and Sunday.
And I didn't drive as well, so I had to like get up even earlier to get the bus from Newcastle over to Gateshead where it is.
That's like a 6 a.m. bus or something.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Sound.
Really.
So you literally just no bed.
Yeah,
really.
pretty
It's just
much.
Out session.
I remember I
Bus.
got home one night, looked at my phone at the time, realised I could go to sleep and then get up in 10 minutes. I could just start putting my uniform on now. So that was like I'd literally just gotten in and I just thought, all right, I'll put my uniform on and get going.
Oh, my
It was
word.
grim.
That's the worst, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
because like at first, like when you've done the all nighter and you're going to go to work,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have a little bit of like, I won't say Dutch courage, but you've got some wind in your sails because you're still half cut.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this should be fun. You can sort of see the fun side of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as them hours roll past and the alcohol wears off and the
Ain't
after
great, like.
effects come in. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think the first 2 hours you're playing sailing and you breezing, you're like, oh, this is fine, I'm still pissed. But then,
Yeah.
yeah, the hours kill you off. I always remember, though, obviously back in my hospitality days.
Did you
when-
work in hospitality, South
I
Park?
did, mate, yeah. But when
Take
you'd
that off your bingo cards.
when you'd complete a shift after absolutely dying all day, that was just like the best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Get a big greasy Parmo or Greg's or something.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
just sort you out, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, thank God, I've done it, no way. And then that's that.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything worse than going to work with that hangover. The amount of times that's happened, man. It is death, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a culture of Primark, to be fair, though. Like, everybody was the same. I don't know if it's like that now, but when I was there, like you'd see everybody on the Saturday night, and then you'd see them all again on the Sunday morning, and everyone would just like, fuck my life. What are we doing?
Because Primark, as a rule, is employing younger people, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's normally like from like people doing A levels up to end of uni,
Yeah.
and they're all the same.
I'm sure it'll
everyone's
be
just going out and getting hammered.
I'm sure they'll be factoring that in, that they're going to know they're going to get a lot of sick days.
Oh, yeah.
Or a lot of pissed people.
I once rang in for I rang in for myself, but then I also rang in for Misha at the same time.
What?
She worked there as well. I was like I just rang in. I was like, yeah, we had a bad Indians last night, and yeah, I kind of come in like I've got food poisoning. It's really bad. Misha had the same thing as me, though, so she's also really bad.
But did Misha not want to make the call herself?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, okay, ring in for both. But I'm like, okay.
Do they sack you for it?
But like, no, it's fine. I had this guy on at HR. I'm not going to name names or anything. I mean, he doesn't work there anymore, but let's call him Angelo for the sake of it.
Angelo.
And Angelo was the most laid back dude ever. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. No bother. I'll just mark it off on the sheet. Like, thanks, man.
Cheese, Angelo.
2 supervisors down for the day at Primark because
Oh, you were both supervisors?
yeah. Oops.
What did that entail? Just like monitoring stock and that?
More about staff. You'd have like a team of staff who just make sure
Right.
that they're all taking the breaks at different times and not piss assing around. And
Did you just have to like...
I had like our own department, so I looked after. I did the tills for a while, and then I did women's shoes, and then Misha did the customer service desk. And yeah,
It's a bit of a cushy number, isn't it? Like, overseer. Like you're thinking
Well,
Amazon.
that's the thing. It was like you can do an 8-hour shift and you can get paid like, you know, whatever it was, fucking £8 an hour, or you can do the same 8-hour shift but get like £11 an hour because you're a supervisor and you're actually doing like, you're not doing the grunt work because you can tell people to do the grunt work instead.
Yeah.
You fold them fucking jumpers, not me, mate.
100%.
Know what
It's
I
just
mean?
being trustworthy half the time, that though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to ask you what the easiest job you've ever had is, but I think you've only had about 1 or 2 each, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've had quite a few, like.
Have you? What was your easiest job so far?
Ooh.
You eyeing up them cookies, aren't you?
You know what them cookies are, don't you?
They're a nightmare for microphones, is what they are.
Yeah.
But I've been noticing this bakehouse chunky thing, which you've also kindly displayed behind us there.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? We might get a sponsor.
Why don't we do that before I tell you my easiest job? Because I need to think about that. Do you want to have a try the cookies? Because they're cookies that Cameron Hardy recommended.
Yeah, so these cookies come from a certain place. Cameron Hardy, we had a conversation with him the other day, as you know, shout out Cameron, and Cameron told us that we're all wrong about the biscuits we like best,
Right.
and said that there are these Irish biscuits, and I thought he was full of rubbish, in Morrison's. Mm-hmm. And after the show, he sent me a photograph of the biscuits, and I'd never seen them before. So apparently, the bakehouse and the Are Made in Ireland are the best biscuits in the world.
Interesting.
So we're gonna try one.
What did you say was the best biscuit before this?
Well, I actually like malted milk. I'm old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good with a cup of tea then.
Yeah, I can imagine. So Southpaw, tell us about your easiest job.
I think my easiest job probably was Amazon. I was thinking about it there. And I think Amazon was just because I got that. And before I got the trainer job, it wasn't. But then when I got the trainer job, just walking people around, it's just a breeze. It's just like, sound.
I'll tell you what I did though. For a while, when I left Primark, I left to go to Phoenix, work the toy department. But when I started, I wasn't like just like normal, like putting stock out or anything. I was one of them guys who used to just fly the drones.
Wow.
And like, yeah,
She just played with them.
play with fucking toys for a while.
Wow.
Like they just didn't wear. I had to play with the Blade things, and then kids would come over and go, "Can I have a go?" And I go, "No, you can't. Health and safety, tough shit. It's mine." And yeah, mint.
It's mine.
It's me just flying a drone. And
My
then,
best job
they wanted us to be really good at it as well. So I was like, I'll have to just play in the stock room for a while so people can't see all the disasters. It's fucking drones flying everywhere. Broke about 4. It was great.
I don't think there's a better job than that, is there? Toy shop playing. That
was
could be
good.
the best job.
It was good. It
For
was
happiness.
Just reminds me of Christmas, like a Christmas movie. You know,
good. I came on as a Christmas temp. And like Phoenix go all out with Christmas. You do the like Phoenix Christmas window, and the toy department all gets done up and stuff. It was mint. A great time.
Did you ever go to the that little cinema they had? Did you ever go in that?
No, I don't think
Like
so.
the cinema on the roof. You must have known about it. Really weird. A few years ago, my mum got these tickets for, I forget the proper name, but basically it was for this mini secret hidden cinema inside of Phoenix. Like really, really like, mysterious. And it was a Christmas thing, and you turned up and you started off in the toy department and you met this elf, this woman dressed as an elf.
Right.
And she took about 8 or 9 of us, right, who got these special magic tickets, up this like raj staircase, basically. And before you know it, you walk through a door and there was a cinema with about 12 seats in it. And we sat there and watched, I can't remember, something Elf or Home Alone or something. And it was an experience.
That sounds lush.
I think it's called Cinema on the Roof.
I think the people go to see Santa now on the roof, I think. So I don't know if they've done away with the cinema thing now, but
My easiest job, I got it by accident. It was through an agency, and it was called a laser operator. It sounds good, doesn't it?
that sounds awesome, yeah.
A laser operator. So the top and bottom of it was I had no idea what to expect.
I love lasers. So
Yeah, I
sign
love
us up, man.
lasers.
Yeah.
It wasn't as, there wasn't, lightsabers and stuff is what you would think. So I was taken into this great big
Damn.
factory
Scratch my dream.
in Spenny, this great big factory, and the laser was basically a giant machine, massive, bigger than this room. And all I can describe it as is what would happen is this great big sheet of metal, bigger than this room, would be put in this machine. The lid lifted off, basically, and a crane would come and drop it down. Right? I didn't do any of this, so I was waiting. somebody who knew what they were doing, like a grown-up.
Nobody with a fork. It wasn't you with a forklift.
No. A grown-up would put this metal sheet on this machine, close it up, come over to this screen, program in something into this screen. I'm stood watching, right? And then press start. And then for the next 6 or 7 hours, this machine would cut hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these little pieces of metal, like with a laser.
Yeah.
And there was a window. And what I was paid to do, is to stand there and watch the laser. And the idea was, if anything went wrong, I would shout, help, or something's wrong.
You weren't even trusted with like a stop button or anything. You just had to go, help.
Yeah, I was to watch the laser. And for 7 hours, and what happened is, this place was 24 hours a day, right? And they had people working in shifts. So sometimes on a really good day, you'd catch it so that as you got there, a sheet was being changed, and just before you left, a sheet was being changed. You know what I mean? That was your highlight.
Yeah.
But sometimes, most of the time when you'd come in, it was how, basically, yeah, you'd stand still for 8 hours and stare at a laser.
Did anything ever go wrong?
Nothing. It was the most boring job I've ever had.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's it. It's
God.
like easy, but it's so boring.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
painful.
Yeah, it was.
That would drive you nuts. That
What
way.
was the hardest job you've ever had?
I had a crazy job. Mine was in Paisley with these Scottish people. Similar, around the same time actually, when I was jobless, I was a bit feral and I was just taking anything I could. I got shipped up to, it was so scary. I was about 18 and all I was told is I'm getting picked up at 6 a.m, right? And I'm going away for an indefinite amount of time. So I was like shitting my pants. But the money seemed back then, I was about 18 and I was like told like figures like £900 a week. And that's a lot now.
Yeah.
But 20 years ago, that was a lot of money. Like I didn't know anybody that got paid that. So it was like, yeah, I'll do it for that kind of money. So anyway, long story short, 6 a.m, this pickup truck turns up, right? And there's two of them, right? One of them is this great big fat guy driving, right? And he's like, them like workmen who are just larger than life. You all right, manna? How you doing, manna? Do I'm like,
yeah.
it was one of them. And I was like, hi. I didn't like it at all. And then there was like this little like crackhead sat with him and he was just like, meh, like with no teeth on. Like he was just like minging. He was like a little ratty thing. His job, I think his whole role is just to go, just to laugh at what the big guy was saying. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, off we go. So I love it how they did it as well. So I'm this little kid. In the front of a pickup truck, you got the driver, then you've normally got these two seats. I got sat in the middle. Right?
Oh, nice.
So I'm sat in the middle. I've got Crackhead Jack next to me, and I've got fucking
This
Dumper on
big
this
guy.
side of me, right? My only memory of it is, have you ever smelt workman farts?
You know what?
Workman
You don't
fat.
even need to paint that
It's a
picture.
brand.
I know what you're saying.
It's a brand. It's a smell of overalls, oils, steel toe cap boots, and fart. It's
Yeah.
like this. It's this really
Got texture and
memorable smell. And pretty much for 3.5 hours, I sat in this truck. It was wintertime, so the heating was blaring, the windows were up, while these blokes, especially this big lad next to me, was just farting.
Part of a storm.
Beautiful, right?
Oh, man.
Anyway, I didn't know what Paisley was, right? And I'm sure the people from Paisley are lovely people. But Paisley, as I found out, is one of the lesser well-to-do areas of Scotland, of Glasgow. Okay? So as we're approaching our destination, we're going through this estate, or these streets, and it's not Kansas anymore, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's the first time I've seen a settee and a telly in a front garden. I'd really,
Nice.
that was really it.
You see that in Only Fools and Horses and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You don't see it in,
Yeah.
in real life normally.
Really iffy. It didn't look dangerous where you thought you were going to get killed. It just looked incredibly poverty-stricken, right?
Nice.
Bless him. Anyway, we rocked up in this little guest house, right? I still remember it. The Watermill Hotel it was called. Makes it sound nice, doesn't it?
It does.
Watermill Hotel.
Sounds
no,
cute.
that's false advertising. It was rough. And long story short, what we did is it was 12 hours a day. The day would start at 6 a.m, so it was early starts. And I'd be taken to a building site. And what they were doing is they were erecting steel. So in theory, I was a steel erector. That's what I was.
Steel beams.
But they did things a little bit different. So it wasn't health and safety, right? And yeah, there was... I don't mind telling you, you know the frame of a building, like a warehouse?
Yeah.
Tall, right? Mm-hmm. Real tall.
Yeah.
Big steel girders go around
There'll
first
be
and all the panels go on.
heavy stuff, yeah.
Really high up. I don't mind telling you that you would have seen at times me getting lifted up with a cherry picker, right? You know what a cherry picker is?
Yeah,
the basket.
Yeah.
To get onto the girder on the roof, no harness. And what my job was is I was rolling across the roof like this, reaching down and screwing a screw through one side and putting the bolt on the other.
Holy shit.
So I had to put, obviously I couldn't do it tight, and somebody was going to go up afterwards.
With the
and
drill
do it,
and
yeah,
do the
do
proper
it tight.
job, yeah.
But I had to get them all in. Mm-hmm. And, well, you can imagine it took days and days to go across these girders because you were doing it slow. And, yeah, I was like 2 houses high.
Yeah.
No, it was concrete floor below.
And that's heavy shit as well. Like they won't want to go together easier.
Yeah, and like they'd wind you up. So like you'd be on it and they'd be going, "Don't fall, lad!" Whatever. And you'd be like, "Fucking hell!" I can remember how wet my hands were, from shitting myself, sweating. But that was my worst job I've ever had.
That's the proper like the character building stuff that you get working with that sort of person, isn't it? Like they don't mind stripping the shit out of anybody or like causing absolute havoc for the new starters and that. Like,
no,
proper horrible stuff that you see on TikTok and that.
I ran away from that job.
You just legged it.
Yeah, that's what. Ooh, I got biscuit on my microphone. Yeah, no, that's what happened. So when I only stayed there 2 weeks. So it got to the first Friday. I couldn't wait to get away. As you can imagine, it was hell. I was planning my escape. And the first Friday, I knew I was getting paid. So I planned an escape that I was going to run away. Checked the bank, there was no money in. I was like, I've been scammed. Asked the guy, and he was like, no, it's week in hand. I was like, oh, no, I've got to do another week. So I did another week. I was a total weeder then, and my mate was actually posting me weed up in the post. That was great. That's a different story. Class. So I'd get back.
What a life.
Yeah, I was a weedhead. And I'd get back on a night, and as we got to the guest house, I guess it was, you'd say to the woman, have I got any post? And she'd say, yeah, you got a letter. And the letter had come.
Yeah,
and there was like 20 bags of green in it, and I'd smoke it. So thank you for that. I won't say his name, but a good friend of mine sent them up often.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah, so I did the extra week, and then it came to that Friday. Checked that morning, money was in the bank. Now, I hadn't prepped it this time in case I didn't get paid, but I had a backup plan. So what I did, I knew I was doing this all day. I knew it was going to happen at lunchtime because I knew I had half an hour that I wouldn't be disturbed. So what would happen at lunchtime is at 12 o'clock or 12:30, we'd go and eat our bait. So it's a northeast word. That bait means your lunch.
Box, yep.
Your lunch. So we go and eat our lunch. They would sit in the bait room, right? I never, because I'm antisocial and awkward, I never wanted to sit in the bait room with the farts. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
And the horrible banter. So I would take myself away to somewhere on the building site, sit and eat me little snidey sandwiches and whatever, make a phone call and cry to me mum or whatever, somewhere on the building site. And this time, lunchtime came, so I got my little bait box, so I'm just going to walk around here and sit around here. And I, went around the corner and looked and like no one could see. And I was out this like the view of sight sort of thing. Boom! I belted it. I ran. So I ran off this building site. Now, obviously, I'd plotted this on the days leading up, so I knew I'd looked where the bus stop was. I'd worked out how this was going to work. It was beautiful. So I ran through this industrial estate. I had steel toe-cap boots on, and I was like the Great Escape. So I've ran out this building site.
Does sound like Shawshank, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like this, but like I thought they were going to kill us because like they're rough people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like I won't say the word, but they were really rough people. So shot off down this thing, and I'm running down, and I get to the bottom of this industrial estate, and I see the bus go past that I want to be on. Ooh. And I'm thinking buses run every like 10, 15 minutes. This is going to really mess my plan up here because this is the worst scenario. I ran in the middle of the road, and I was literally running down the road. The bus was going slow, like 20 mile an hour down the street. There was like speed bumps and things, and I was belting after it. And bless him, the bus driver took mercy and pulled over. So you're right, lad. Yeah. Let's go. So simple as that. Yeah. So anyway,
drive.
Yeah, the bus is driving me. So I'm sat on the back with all these winos and crackheads. Absolutely in bits, feeling like with a bag in my hand, a bait box in my hand. People are thinking, "What's this fucking weirdo?" Stoned as a bat, obviously. I was thinking of green. I was a mess. Anyway, I ran back to the hotel. luckily, I had pre-packed my stuff ready. Do you know what I mean? So the stuff so literally ran up the stairs, open the door to the hotel room, grab bag, boom, out the door, shot back down the stairs, ran into Glasgow or Paisley town centre, went straight into Barclays Bank, said I want to withdraw everything from this account, boom, give me all the cash, bang, I was out. Ran to the train station, $2,000 in my hand, and then I just did a train and ran away, and I blocked him and I never seen him again.
Never seen him again.
No.
Well, so you did get paid a fortune.
Yeah, I got the money, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two lots of 900 quid. So 1,800 quid, yeah. And I spent it all in one night when I got back. The same night. Yeah. Absolute wild bender, yeah.
Wow.
The Milky Bars were on me.
Oh,
basically.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like the responsibility,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mum was so I think I owe my mum money and stuff as well. Everyone was so disappointed in me. Sorry, mum.
Oh, man.
Look, yeah, that was probably the worst job I've ever had. Anyone top that?
No, I can't really.
What do you think
to
the
be honest
best
with you.
job in the world is?
Oh, God, best.
Footballer for me. Because then you've got longevity of life as well. You got a good group of lads around you all the time. You're always having crack with them. You're all on the same sort of ideology that you want to get in good shape, play football all day, play it to the best standard. You got a team around you, get paid a fortune. Yeah, for footballer for me would be the best job in the world.
I was thinking like a comedian.
Comedian.
I know I've had a few on here, but like it just sounds dead easy, doesn't it? Like you don't have to do you have to do a bit of writing, but like it's not loads of prep. You rock up, you do a few nights, get paid bank if you're good at it,
Comedians get to the point though where it's not always about making the audience laugh. It's about sometimes testing their own material, isn't it? It's like
the brutal side of it when you're tanking and stuff like that.
yeah,
That'd be
you
rough,
have
wouldn't
to
it?
tank. Like you have to tank to then develop a piece or develop a segment and build your
A
hour.
good comedian.
Yeah, that's what.
A great one.
Yeah,
A time served comedian.
Never tanked, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to Joe Rogan and Chris Rock used to do that. He'd like come in and he'd calm the audience down and be like, right guys, calm down. It's not going to be that funny. I'm testing some shit out tonight. And he was just so comfortable on stage that he'd just literally just say it like it is.
And
And
you have to get to a point, don't you, if you're a comedian where that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
You've got to be okay with
It is quite
flopping.
smart to lower their expectations, though, to go in and be like, look, this ain't going to be like
What you think it is.
my peak. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking like the best job in the world must be like a sex toy tester. Is that not like better? Do you know what I mean? We're not talking about on a monetary sense. Obviously, you want the biggest money, but on an actual like job satisfaction type basis, like,
Maybe. But then there's always going to be the toy too far that you just don't want to do, but you have to
Oh,
for
yeah.
the money.
Yeah,
You
there's
know
two
what I mean?
sides
Like,
to it,
oh,
isn't
wow. Anal Destroyer 9000. And you're like, oh, all right.
Imagine getting back in from work. Misha, you all right? Had a good day? Hi.
Still just like, yeah.
bit sore.
Yeah, you smell like baby oil. Oh god, and latex. Yeah, no, that could be an interesting job. Yeah.
So I've got a couple of would you rathers.
What's a would you rather?
So it's would you rather do this or do this, or would you rather have this or have this?
Uh-huh.
And you have to choose one. Simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get behind it.
So would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life, or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
Internet.
That's what I'd say.
Heating and aircon.
No way.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but do you not think like a life without internet's going to be so stress free? Like you've got you've got your heating, you're warm.
I'm talking about in this world.
Yeah.
Like in this world, not to have internet is like having no arms. Or no, it's like being blind, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, to be fair, I couldn't do my job without it. So, like,
no, I'd sit and shiver and work on the internet. I'd buy coats with all the money I made on the internet. Lots of coats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
well,
I would-
I've got the internet and central heat right now, and I'm not making a lot of money.
No,
You know,
me
so,
neither.
like,
So you're cold, but you've got lots of coats. That's your way.
Yeah, and I think that's probably
And
I'm
you've
confident
got,
in
and
that's
you've
the
got
right
your,
thing to
you've
do.
got your YouTube to watch.
Like, can I still make fires and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
I can,
well,
so you said there's no
yeah.
heating and no aircon. Can I buy an electric fan here to plug into the internet?
No, now he's trying to find loopholes, Daniel. We're not allowing loopholes on the Would You Rather segment.
Right. I'm just trying to work it out. You didn't say you never the deal wasn't. You said aircon or central heating. You didn't say heat.
Heat. So it's air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life. So yeah, I guess you could have a fire.
You could just have a fire.
I could have a fire.
Yeah, and you just have to.
But then could I not draw that in? Okay, I'll have a fire in my house, like a coal fire.
like a log burner or something in the corner.
Like houses once never had that.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone had a fireplace. So would I not just have coal fires in my house and have the internet?
I mean, you could still run a hot, warm, bubbly bath, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can boil things.
Boil a kettle, yeah.
Do a lot with fire.
Yeah, so I guess we're all keeping the internet actually.
I would advise it in this day and age.
Yeah. Okay, so would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
What?
It's not even a question, mate. That's not how can that even be considered?
But true love, because even if you've got the lottery,
Mate.
you've won.
Fuck true love, mate. You got talking about the fucking lottery. What are you talking about, fam? You watch all the love I buy with that lottery ticket. Telling you now,
so
mate.
Much love. So much love.
All right.
You'd find 7 true loves on your first date.
That question offends me. Right, I'm offended by that question.
Let's skip that one. Fair enough.
A resounding lottery ticket pick. That's what that is. It's like I couldn't be any more certain.
No, so are you
if you said find true love,
are you the same, Johnny?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mate, if you said find true love,
so you could meet, right? Let's rewind. You could meet Misha tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or you could win the lottery next year.
Yeah.
Be political, mate. She's watching.
No, but this isn't a trade-off. I've met Misha. This is fine.
It's quite tough, isn't it? Yeah.
Southpaw, would you pick true love? What a little cutie.
No, I think I'm fortunate. So I'm the same boat as you. I've already met Zoe. So I think I don't know.
There's a lot of moisture in this room.
A lot. It's getting quite hot in here. Okay, next question. Would you rather?
Listen, anybody anybody listening, all 20 years, if anybody listening to this would pick true love over a lottery ticket, please drop a comment and let us know, and we will shout you out as a fool.
Yeah, basically. No, it gives you reason.
Or a little sweetheart.
Gives you reason.
Yeah.
Explain it to Daniel, because I can't articulate it. Would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
How long in the forest?
A week.
Or one night in a real haunted house.
Yeah.
Do I have a tent? How cold is it?
No, you don't have a tent.
So okay,
are we in December or are we in July?
Okay, let's just say we're in September. We'll meet you in the middle.
Right, what country are we in?
We're in England.
I'll pick the forest.
Yeah, I'd pick the forest.
Would you?
Yeah.
You put me in Serbia where the bears are, I'm picking the other one, the haunted house. Because I'm going to definitely die in one. I won't die in an English forest. There's nothing there that can kill you. Yeah, I pick the forest. What about you, Southpaw? What would you pick?
I'm a forager. I'm a natural sort of Bear Grylls type of guy. So yeah, forest.
I can't do horrors or anything. I'd be absolutely no good.
Yeah, I
in a
just
haunted
think
house.
a haunted house could torment you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. You might not come back from it.
No.
Yeah.
Like from what you'd feel.
I think if it was I would just embrace it. I'd go like it would only be a week, but I'd be full on Tom Hanks Castaway by the end of that week.
Totally, yeah.
I'd be proper caveman.
Oh no, I'd be setting fucking rabbit traps.
Constant Tarzan walking around.
I'd be living good.
Are you gonna? What do you mean setting a rabbit trap?
I can set a rabbit trap, me mate.
Using what?
Just using the stuff that's in the forest.
Yeah, pretty much. You can get like this
Explain.
type of wood it's like a string, it's a strong element, and then once you get a stick in a certain scenario, and you sort of twist it around the stick, put it in a certain loophole, put a bit of food around there for the rabbit to eat. You pick rabbit food, you pick up some berries, you mush them together.
You've been watching, don't you?
There'd be a certain way.
The Bear Grylls, this
There'd
point.
be a certain way that I'd be able to catch a rabbit.
He's been watching cartoons, mate. This is cartoons.
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Coma. For a decade.
Same. That's the exact same answer.
Not
for
even
me.
close.
Yeah, gotta say.
I think we'd all get absolute. I think you'd be all right in jail, actually, Dan.
You fucking joking me?
No, I think you'd be all right. You're tall, you're of decent stature. Me and Johnny.
I'd get buggered.
Yeah, I'd get buggered. Me and Johnny are getting absolutely twatted.
I'm
in the
terrible at
toilets.
keeping hold of the soap as well. I'm in there all the time. It's gone. It's over there.
Nah, mate, listen, if you're in a coma, as a rule, you don't really know what's going on. So you're just asleep. You know what I mean? 10 years, it'd be like, it'd just feel like a night's sleep to you.
Yeah.
So you probably, you want the coma, like.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then I also kind of like the idea of like, like if you could like just freeze yourself and then come back like 10 years or 20 years and then like having to learn everything that happened. I think I'd quite enjoy that process,
Would you?
Yeah, like figuring shit out.
Huh. I never thought of that, Johnny. That way of thinking, no.
Like if you could freeze yourself and put yourself 100 years in the future, don't you think that would be cool as fuck to like wake up and be like, and this happened? Like,
do you know
Donald Trump was president.
The thing is, though, when I think of like that, like my head jumps to like the horribleness straight away, like waking up and everybody you love's gone.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's like. Everything that I was here for isn't here. So why am I here?
Yeah.
Because
I get that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're still 10 years younger. You know what I mean? In your brain. You haven't moved forward at all. You still think that person's still here and Nana's still here. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sad. But I'm just saying it would also be like fascinating.
Yeah, it would be fascinating.
Yeah.
It would be fascinating. I think
but then
it'd
you've
be
got
quite
to
scary.
think you're
Yeah,
you're missing 5 years of your life.
There's lots of different years getting banded about. 5, 10 or 100. Where are we at with this?
Well, 10 years was a scenario, I guess.
Right.
10 years.
But
so-
10 years, nothing really changes.
I guess not.
100 years, things change.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that isn't unilateral, if that's the word. Some 100 years, nothing happened. And some 10 years, a lot happened.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really work. It just depends which
These
period.
days, a lot's happening, let's be fair.
Yeah, it's moving real quick.
Yeah.
Real
Right.
quick.
The next one seems obvious, but I want you to think about it because actually I think this is harder to answer than you think. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? Because your memories have made you who you are today. Your memories are your relationships with your mother. Your memories are your holidays. Your memories are everything up until this point in your life. So do you want to be blind for the rest of your life or do you want to lose your memories?
Lose my memories and make new ones.
Blind.
No. I said lose my memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the other one's fine. You get both. Tough shit.
Right. Where did that come from?
That has to do both, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No. I lose my memories and make new
You
ones.
know, I gotta say, I'd really hate to be blind.
Yeah,
Like,
I would.
I think that would fucking suck. Like,
Yeah, it's forever. Losing memories is just temporary. You can make new ones.
Yeah, but what,
you can't
your
make
friends,
new
your
lives.
family, you don't know them now.
Are they still going to be here?
Yeah.
Are they still going to know who I am?
Yeah.
Sound. They'll just.
But you won't know,
I'll
you
come
won't know
round
who
and
you
say-
are. You won't know who you are. You won't know what
Yeah,
you're
well,
like.
someone just say, listen, because obviously I'm going to wake up confused. Obviously, I'm going to be confused. I'm going to be like, what's
Yeah.
going on? And then somebody say, listen, what's happened is you had your memory wiped, but you can see.
you can just
So,
watch this podcast back.
Yeah, so
we
you
need
can
the
see.
views.
And then, like,
This is who you are. This is what you were like. Who knows? It might be a better version of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
well, yeah, you might pick up a joint and be like, this smells familiar.
Yeah. It might end up better. It might end up better. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Okay, fair enough.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Southpaw?
It's a tough one, that. I'm genuinely torn by it.
Really?
Yeah, because you're losing all your memories. You forget who you are. You don't really know what's happened.
Being blind's a
That would be, yeah.
It's not good, that, like. It's not good. I couldn't. I can't see it any other way. It has to be the memories. Of course it does.
It would be the worst sense to lose. Easy.
The sight.
Sight.
100%.
Yeah.
Like smell, I'm pretty much, you can take smell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even
I know
interested.
people who don't have a sense of smell. They
Really?
just can't, yeah.
Genuinely don't have
And
one.
he's born that way. He didn't know. Just
Huh.
didn't like, people are saying, oh, can you smell that? He's like, what?
So how does taste work?
I'm assuming it's like, because it smells like meant to be like 80%, isn't it? I don't know if it's like heightened because he hasn't got a sense of smell, but I don't know.
Huh. Oh well.
Would you rather die before or after your partner?
After.
I know I'm going to die after.
I love this.
Like,
You've said this before.
she gets sick all the time, man. I just know. Like, she thinks I'm a robot because I just like never get sick. Like, there's never anything wrong with it. Like,
No.
even when I get a cold, it's like over in a couple of days and I bash it out and I'm fine. Like, and it never really gets us down either. I can normally like just live my normal life. She's like, it's like,
Wiped out.
yeah, all the time. And I'm just like, yeah, you're dying first.
Yeah.
But that being said, ideally I'd want to go first because then I'm going to go through the grief. But on the flip side, it's
Yeah.
also like, it's like, all right, I've lived my married life. That's over. Now I can just be an old fart and just be an absolute bastard for the remainder of my life without anybody on my
Just-
shoulder just saying,
yeah.
don't do that, son.
Yeah, just get
much.
really fat, drinking every day.
Yeah, the bitter, there's a lot to be said about the bitter old man life. You know what I mean?
I've got that's my like life goal. Like not a bitter old man, but have you ever seen the movie Sexy Beast? You would have done.
I
Ray
don't think
Winston. Let's have a look at Sexy
think so.
Beast, Southpaw. There's an image on the front cover of the film, and it is a scene within the film. It's the first scene. Ray Winston plays like an ex-gangster sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's like 50, retired, lives in his villa. But you'll see the picture in the red trunks, or yellow trunks. See, that's my life ambition, that's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. If I could be anything and look anywhere, that's what I want.
Wear some sun cream, though, yeah.
I'll wear the budgie smugglers. I will get the sunburn. I will. I'll be horrible. I'll be revolting.
Yeah.
You know. But that's my life.
See
That's-
you rocking up to the all inclusive with your oil on,
It's totally minute. It's my life ambition to be Ray Winston. You know.
It looks like they're redoing that, Dan.
Why would somebody?
There's a 2024 version coming out.
I hate it when they do that. Why ruin
It's a
something?
TV series, though.
I can see. Why would you? Why would you try and mess with a great British film? Do you know what I mean? Mm. You know it's going to be made by Americans as well, and they'll do it bad. Mm. You know, mate, it's got Ian Kingsley. Is his name? Is it Ian Kingsley?
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, the ball guy. Yeah. What a movie! Have you not seen it? Fam, like, listen, anybody. I know there'll be people listening to this who've watched Sexy Beast. What a movie! What a movie!
Right.
I dare say Sexy Beast is in my top 5 favorite films of all time.
Yeah.
Really
That
good.
good.
Really good, yeah. Amazing. But yeah, there's my lifetime goal.
Right.
Not cantankerous old man, just to be a fat bloke. A fat bloke.
He doesn't look fat there, though, does he?
Yeah, no, he doesn't look that fat, but he's not exactly imperfect, Nick, is he?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hasn't been to the gym much.
Yeah, but there's letting yourself go and there's letting yourself go. You know,
Yeah.
like he's all right
Yeah,
for
he's
his age
all
and that. You'd be like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Next.
So, this is
Don't
a
know where
tough
we're
one
going
for
with
you,
that.
Daniel. I
Totally
think.
lost off.
I
But
think
get it.
we'll do this. We'll do this as the last one, and then I think you've got something for us, Dan.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Would you rather hunt and butcher your own meat, or never eat meat again?
Hunt and butcher my own meat.
You see, I've always said if I had to kill and butcher, I guess, for my own food, I'd be vegetarian.
Really?
I couldn't do it. Like, couldn't look an animal in the eye and just be like, dead.
Oh, I'd quite happily
I'd
shoot,
quite happily,
shoot
yeah, I
a
would.
deer. Like,
I do quite like the rule, like, don't kill anything unless you're going to eat it. Like,
To be
I think
fair,
that's a good rule.
yeah,
I'd actually feel better if that was the case, because yeah, like, I don't know how inhumane what I'm eating. I want to buy a steak.
Yeah.
I don't know what the setup was for that.
You don't know what the cow's been
I
through,
can
right?
guess they've been in a wagon with like crammed together with loads of other people, loads of other cows, strung up, shot through the head, sliced and diced in a metal horrible place. Yeah, it's been a horrible run for them. And in a way, you know, when you said like slaughter your own meat, like, I didn't picture like slaughtering, I pictured like hunting. So it's in its natural, its natural habitat,
yeah,
and it doesn't know it's coming. It's happy as Larry, and all of a sudden, gone. Because if you're going to hunt your own thing, you got to be. What comes with it is you got to be good at hunting. Do you know what I mean? So, and then when you've killed this animal, providing you're doing the right way, like you obviously know how to butcher because it's part of the deal in this, and you're literally freezing it all and eating it all. Like, I'd actually feel better because I know the animal didn't suffer. I know none of it was wasted. I know it's healthier for me because it isn't traumatized meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It'll be like the best meat that you've ever eaten as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be like fresh as fuck.
If life took a turn and all of a sudden I became a multi-millionaire and I could afford like ranches and land and stuff like that, that's how I'd rock.
Yeah.
That's literally how I'd rock. So I'm not going to not eat meat. So I'd rather me do it humanely than some savage do it.
Yeah. Could you imagine if they got rid of farming altogether and everyone just had to do that though?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Everyone in the country out with the hunting tools, just like
I think
fighting over one deer.
I'd be the same. I'd quite happily do that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a savage. Like, I feel sorry for the animal, but I know I'm doing the right thing. You know, like, I know I'm feeding like me and my family, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I caught a trout before. fishing, killed it instantly, filleted it, knife through the head, filleted it, and then we ate it, and it was possibly one of the best pieces of fish I'd ever eaten. And that was out of a stream down south.
It was what, in a stream down south?
Yeah.
Down south.
I've never seen a fish quite in my life.
Really?
No.
It's quite the feeling, mate.
Is it?
Mm.
I don't get it. My dad's a fisherman. He goes and fishes. I can't think of anything worse. Sitting there all day waiting for this rod to bounce.
I went once with my granddad, and it was a pretty dull experience. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause, I mean, we didn't catch anything, to be fair. I'd imagine on a good day, it's maybe a bit more exciting. But God, that was a long time. That was a long day.
I just feel like the way up isn't balanced properly. Like, if I'm sitting there for hours, right, I want the goal to be monumentally good because of how long I've had to sit there. You know what, fishing should be like 30 seconds because that weighs up the reward. Like, when you pull a fish out, that's not a proper buzzer. It's just like, oh, there's a fish. Like, fishes aren't that exciting.
It is a proper buzz, man.
Right.
It is for a lot of people.
Right. Well,
There'll be people watching this. Yes, if you're still here, fishermen watching, we respect you, or I respect you. Because honestly, when you've waited hours and you've battled back and forth with the fish and you're trying to get to the right spot, and then you put the bait in the right spot and then the fish bites, reeling this monster trout, like, oh my word. And then you cook the trout and you eat the trout and it's just unbelievable.
To be fair, to your point, what I have done was crab lining. You ever done crab lining before?
I have done crab lining.
You ever done a bit of crab lining?
It's called crabbing.
I'm scared of crabs. They look like spiders.
Funny, I'm scared of shit of spiders. Crabs, I'm just like...
Crab's just a sea spider, innit?
I guess so. I like a crab, though.
I want no part of crabs.
But yeah, you stood at a harbour, you've got your little plastic thing with some string wrapped around, you put your bait on the end, drop it over the edge, and just see if you can hook a crab.
Yeah.
Whack it in
so
a bucket.
The crab gets its claws in there, which is all the bait, and then you obviously latches on, you pull it out. This isn't whippy. I was literally the other week watching kids crab. Class. Unbelievable. And then you catch all these crabs, and you just put them back.
And when you've got these sea spiders, what do you do with them? Put them back?
You put them
just
in
watch them struggling for their lives for a bit in a bucket.
You put them in a bucket, and it's obviously who's got the biggest dick has the most crabs, or the biggest crab.
Right.
It's always like the most. There's always a kid like just reeling in all the little ones, and then got tons of them. And then I always used to try to go for the biggest crab, and I'd always end up catching like a big boy.
I mean, it is literally, there's nothing more. It is a sea spider, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but they're cool as fuck, Dan. Look, they've got claws, man.
Mate, it's
Look at
horrendous.
that.
Like, can you imagine if that was like as big as a human? Can you imagine how scary that would be?
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen a coconut crab before?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're big
That's a thing
boys.
of nightmares, right? A lot of Googling here. You're going to be sick of this, Johnny.
That's fine.
Yeah, coconut crab. That's some scary shit right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing of nightmares. That's an alien.
Yeah, well, like if I was crab lining and I pulled one of them up, like, yeah, I'd probably cut the line. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd bring it in me like.
What would you do? You would. So you're not scared of a coconut crab, Southpaw?
No, because you've only got two pincers. A pincer there, pincer there can get you. You can hold the crab like the way he's holding it in a certain way. There's no way that they can get you.
Can you imagine how much damage that pincer's going to do if it gets your finger?
Oh, a crab like that could break your hand. Easy.
Yeah.
Take fingers off for fun. Crabs have two claws. One that is for like slicing, and the other one's for crushing. So one's like got a really fine serrated edge that'll slice up its prey, and the other one will crush its prey to death.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything worse than crabs.
And that guy right there, phenomenal guy, YBS. Watch him on YouTube. What a guy.
What does he do?
He's like he does like catching cooks.
Right.
Started out years and years ago, and now he's just YouTuber. Travels all over fishing, got his own merch. He's cool as fuck. Called Brody. What a guy.
And he catches things and cooks them.
Is it mostly fishing now? Does he
Mostly
like,
fishing, but then he's like ventured off into crabbing and all these different types of stuff to do with the ocean. Captures some amazing content. Check out YBS. Not us. Check out YBS.
YBS. So what I did, Johnny, is I know me and you have we share a trait, which is we have a bit of social anxiety.
A bit.
So I wondered what the experts or the polls would say is the right way to tackle social anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the most interesting read, but I wonder how you feel about some of these, and you think these might help So, 12 tips for overcoming social anxiety. We won't go into what is social anxiety.
Can I guess a couple of them?
You
off the
certainly
bat?
can.
All right. So I reckon one of them's going to be cut out your coffee or your caffeine intake, and I reckon one of them's going to be no internet. Which forwards my point that we should choose the central heating and aircon.
None of them.
No way.
None of them, no. I've got 3 different polls here because obviously different polls are going to have different ideas, shall we say. But none of them are that, no. Huh. So first one is avoid alcohol, is what it says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, avoid alcohol. To me, I always thought anxiety would be bettered by alcohol because it makes you confident.
In the moment, it does. I get this because I've been cutting back my alcohol considerably because, like, in the moment, yeah, you chatty, whatever, this, that, and whatever.
Right.
The morning after, anxiety, mine is fucking off it. Like,
Is it?
I'm like weeks. Like,
Really?
yeah, really bad.
And it just makes social situations is
Yeah, it's just worse. Just so like it's almost like the pro outweighs the con. To be honest with you.
right.
Yeah.
The next one is challenge yourself. I think we've been at this before. Challenge yourself to attend parties, no matter how much you want to retract your RSVP. I guess we know where this is going. It's the whole thing of making yourself do things, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I do agree with that, but easier said than done for someone who's got social anxiety to say you have to go to the party and you'll start to feel better. Like it's tricky, innit? You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's like telling a heroin addict don't take heroin yet. Like obviously,
Yeah.
But
I feel like I do better at the parties though than the one-on-one situations. Like if I was just gonna meet a mate for a drink, I'd be more likely to fuck that up than I would like a big group thing. 'Cause
Really?
I think there's a lot of I think if there's a lot of people that can kind of get lost in the crowd and it's like feels like less pressure.
I'm the complete opposite.
But if it's your one-on-ones or like a smaller group, that's like, oh fuck.
That's really interesting. I would take a one-on-one over a party any day of the week. Because I literally see a party as just like it's just multiplying it. like one's bad, 10's 10 bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't fancy that. Identify triggers. I have missed one out. We'll come back to it. It might be helpful to pinpoint what triggers your social anxiety to help treat it. Common triggers include dating, eating or drinking in front of people, going to job interviews, meeting new people, public speaking, using public restrooms. Does any of them bother you?
No, not really, actually.
Public speaking probably does. I wouldn't like to public speak.
I've done plenty of it, though.
Have you?
Yeah.
Public speaking?
I've been like a best man twice, and I haven't really
And you did the speech?
did the speech. Doesn't bother us. I've like presentations and shit. Like,
Really?
I dread the
doesn't bother
day
us too much.
if I ever get asked to be a best man because of that speech thing.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've seen multiple people do it online in real life, and that just seems terrifying. There's too much pressure.
Yeah.
That a best man speech isn't like 20 seconds long. Like they go on
It's
for
good, like 10 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, like, and it has to be funny. Like if you don't you don't want to like bomb. You know what I mean? You got to get a giggle or a snigger. Did you bomb, Johnny?
No, it's fine. I was
You
all
go,
good.
no.
No, I was trying to. Well, I got a Joseph Fritzl reference into my brothers, which I was really proud of because fucking Joseph Fritzl. It's just funny.
What, you called him Joseph Fritzl?
I can't remember the context. That's what I was like looking like that because I was like trying to figure out what the context was. I can't remember, but I was very proud of it.
Right.
But yeah, no, it doesn't really. No, public speaking doesn't really bother us too much.
No.
The speech itself, just when we're on that, how long did that take to write?
Oh, ages. I spent
Yeah.
a while doing it.
Did
yeah,
you?
but I think that maybe that's what I did. Like, if it was public speaking off the cuff, I would probably be more nervous than that. But I think, like, look, favours the prepared. I knew me speech inside out before I did it, and I had cue cards, and I could, I was very confident going into that I was going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think with your brother, you might have got a bit of an advantage with your brother as well.
Yeah.
You know your brother really well.
Oh,
You've got a
yeah.
lot of content to go off.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it was if somebody asked us and I didn't know them very well, maybe that's a different sitch.
Yeah. What's the age difference between you and your brother?
I've got two brothers. One's 2 years and the other one's like 10.
The one we're talking about is the 2 years one.
I've done both.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, best
I'm
man
a
twice, two
fucking
brothers.
legend. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the favourite.
Yeah, evidently, yeah. Here's an interesting one. Shift your focus from yourself to others. I like this. Often social anxiety is driven by a fear of being judged. Yeah? Mm-hmm. We may become hyper-focused on ourselves. Yep. Believing our every move is under scrutiny. 100%. Yep. Shifting your focus to others can help in social situations. Concentrate on the conversation and the people around you. Ask questions and show genuine interest in the responses. This shift can reduce feeling of self-consciousness and ease social anxiety. The thing is, you drop me in that position and start doing that, I'm going to start analysing what I'm saying. Was that a good question? Is that taking the piss? Like, am I coming across condescending? Is it obvious that I'm thinking in my head? Like, it's going to...
Struggling of holding a conversation, I can't think of all of that while I'm mid-conversation.
No. You're still in one foot in front of the other type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Must answer when his lips stop moving.
Pretty much, yeah.
Must not just walk away. No. Yeah, well, there's one for you. Yeah, shift your focus to others.
Yeah.
All of this is all good, isn't it? But, like, come on, fam. Like, this, you know who's wrote this? Somebody who doesn't have social anxiety.
Probably.
That's who's wrote this. Somebody who went to university, right? Did the 4 years, might have got 2 for the masters or whatever on top of, and they now have a certificate with all them letters, BCHSSSS after the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might have an office with a gold plaque on the door. You know what I mean?
I think it's a stretch. Who's the source of?
This is Calm. You know the app Calm.
Okay. Yeah.
Learn to control your breathing. See, again, easier said than done. Ever notice how your breath becomes shallow when you're anxious? Deep breathing exercises can be a real game changer. When you're feeling anxious, take a few moments to close your eyes and focus on your breath. Can you imagine in the middle of a social situation just going...
No, I don't think that's what he's saying.
Can you imagine? Like, people are even
you take yourself off to the toilet and you do 4 big inhales, 4 big exhales.
So you see somebody in the supermarket, stay there a minute, mate, and stay right there. I'll be back in a few minutes. You walk to the toilet. I'm just going home. You drive home. You go to the toilet, have some breaths, drive back. He's been stood 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Now, mate, I'm still anxious. Yeah. Yeah, it's nonsense, that, mate. Oh, what's that noise?
That's a good noise. It's really...
There you go.
I'm assuming that's been picked up on the microphone. Someone's cutting a tree down or some shit.
Yeah. Challenge negative thought patterns. Social anxiety can have us jumping to worst case scenarios. Practice challenging these thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or feelings? What's the best thing that could happen? Replacing negative thoughts with positive ones can help reduce feelings of anxiety. For more mindsets, learn to train your mind.
Basically, don't think about it.
Basically, yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata. Yeah, I'm not sold on these things. I don't think they'd help, to be honest.
Yeah.
Are we buying these or what?
Yeah, because it's kind of just like tackle social anxiety by not thinking about your anxiety.
Like the next two, it's all silly. I'll just read the titles. Try relaxation techniques. Do you think?
Shit.
Cultivate self-esteem. Yeah, obviously. Seek professional help. Wow, you figured it out.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, cheers for that. Yeah, well, that's me not socially anxious anymore. We're going to get rid of that because I think that's been wrote by somebody who doesn't quite understand. But there is another one, how to become more attracted to the opposite sex. But I guess it doesn't need to be just the opposite sex. It can be anyone that you want to be attracted to.
Okay.
So it's just generally, let's call it that, how to be attractive, I guess.
Oh, how to... All right, okay. I misheard you there. I thought you said how to be more attracted.
What do you think, right? Let's try this. Before we look at them, tell me 3 things, and I'll guess, because I haven't read this either. Tell me 3 things that you think you need to do to be attractive to the opposite sex.
Get swole.
What do you mean, get jacked?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, okay.
Not be ginger. And not have glasses.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're not ginger, really, are you? More like a mousy brown.
Yeah, we're knocking on it, though.
Yeah. Touch of ginger.
I'm holding on to that soul, right?
I think you're fine, mate. I think you're fine. I'd say confidence, obviously being confident in front of people.
Don't have social anxiety.
Don't have social anxiety. I think confidence is a big one for women. Got a confident guy. And then, being in shape. And I can't think of another thing. What's it?
big old clanger between your legs.
Yeah. just develop your rod.
An enormous penis.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I'm 100% on the confidence thing. I think that's very important, whether it's real or not. Certainly portray yourself to be confident.
Yeah.
But I think attentiveness is a good idea. I think you need to not talk about yourself so much.
Yeah.
If you're, you know what I mean? If you're listening to what somebody's saying and asking genuine questions and being genuinely interested in what they're saying, I think that's a good one.
That goes a long way, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there is another one. Now, I don't really agree with the in shape thing because I've known, ladies in my life like the rest of us have, and pretty much none of them were. That wasn't a deal maker for them.
No.
Everybody likes to look at pictures. Do you know what I mean? But that isn't what they're looking for in a partner. They want reliability. They want loyalty. They want honesty. Do you know what I mean? And I think I wouldn't, if I was to pick 3, I wouldn't bring in shape into the 3. Yes, I'm not saying it isn't anything. Like if I had 100 facts, it would be one of the 100.
Yeah.
But if I'm just picking 3, it doesn't come
Well,
high enough for me.
We're not talking marriage or being with them. We're talking attractive.
Yeah, attractive. Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I'm still
I
sticking
think-
with my first 2,
Yeah.
attractive. And I think actually I'm going to remove it then because I actually think money comes before that. If you said to a woman,
That's
do you
a good
want
point.
a poor bloke that's ripped up to bits or a fat bloke that's a billionaire, more people would pick the fat bloke that's a billionaire. My opinion.
Yeah, I think you'd
Yeah,
be
I
correct.
think so.
Just saying. That's the way I would play it. So yeah, no, it would in any factor that wouldn't come in as far as I'm concerned. No. Well, there you go. But I think confidence is definitely one. And what are we doing here? Oh yeah.
You're showing us. You're telling us.
What does the list
Yeah,
say?
so it's saying okay, yeah. I mean, the second one we'll get into, which is something you just mentioned. Number 1, be different. Have you ever met someone and you instantly thought that this person was something else? He or she stood up against the crowd by behaving, talking, and dressing different. Now, that can be weird in 2 ways, can't it? Because there's good different, and there's retarded different. Do you know what I'm saying? So what kind of
There
different
is.
are we talking about?
Yeah.
Because if I said, oh, listen, like, that person's different, that isn't necessarily a positive thing. You know what I mean? You might be crackers.
I guess so. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I see where they're going with it, though. Yeah. Be different in the good way.
Yeah, like someone might surround themselves with like the corporate types who are very sensible and very posh and whatever. And then there might be somebody who's a creative and is a bit more colourful. Not a fucking unicorn,
No?
but like, likes books.
Likes books.
Yeah.
It's true.
Goes to art galleries on the weekend.
Edgy.
Different. Edgy,
Yeah, different.
No.
I like that. Yeah.
That's what they mean, I think. Not like,
Not somebody who's into trains. You know what I mean? Because that's
Yeah.
different, isn't it? You know what I mean? Someone who proper digs trains.
yeah, I've never understood them people. Like,
Funny, though. I find it.
you like what you like. Like, I get it. Like, and you know what? For them people, there will be people of the opposite sex who are attracted to that.
For every Jack,
and
there
they
is a
will
Jill.
also love trains.
Double
But-
trains.
Have you seen this guy?
I know who you mean, Southpaw, and I watch
Yeah.
him all the time.
He's absolutely brilliant.
He's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
You know-
and he's scored like, didn't he get like sponsored by? like,
He's done a campaign with Gucci.
Gucci. That was it. Yeah.
Is he pretending or is it real? I think he's pretending.
Hang on.
What about the sponsorship?
I actually think this isn't him.
Last 50s, thrash over this bridge. And
I don't think you can fake this.
My scooter.
I think he's faking it.
Here she is. 50007 Hercules.
He's proper buzzing, isn't he?
Man.
Look at
She's
him.
only thrashing.
I love his little. Is this where he's going to
We're
scream?
going to need to go. See you, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Turn round then.
Oh my god. Over the River Tyne.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that was hellfire. It was so ominous over my shoulder. Oh, yeah.
He's making the same noise as an orgasm.
There's 049. Defiance.
That guy. That's a roller coaster to that guy.
Paint jobs.
I mean, if anybody can watch out without smiling, I don't know.
I just think it's fake.
No,
You think he goes home to his wife? He's like, "All right, just had a look at some trains today.
I think
The people are lapping it up."
My feeling is that isn't really what he's like, and I think he's just putting it on to be funny. So funny, isn't he?
he's brilliant.
That's
like.
different.
Yeah.
See, that's a different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But again, you know what? He's got sponsorship deals. Like,
Hey,
he's,
he's laughing.
some people are finding that attractive, I bet.
Be a stand-up comedian.
Well, this goes against what I was saying. Get swole. Like, if you're funny, mate, like you can get away with all sorts. You know what I mean?
Funny's the one, innit?
Thick bands gets you a long way.
Humour is a huge attraction booster. We feel comfortable around those who make us laugh. There is actually a good book that teaches blah, 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 blah. Number 3, be cocky.
And I think cockiness is...
Don't say amen to everything. Tease her, him, poke fun at her, him in a respectful way. Don't agree with that.
I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Teasing somebody, poking fun at them.
To an extent, yeah.
I don't see how that's attractive. If somebody was poking fun at me, I'm not going to be drawn to them.
If you're always being a rollover, or if you're always being serious, or if you're always not having a bit of crack with them, like the crack.
I think it's subjective depending on who you're wanting to be attracted to. Because I think some people will be really put off by a cocky little bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We're on the fence on that one. I don't really agree with that.
I've just been called cocky a lot.
I can see that.
I'm literally like, this one was basically directed at you because you are like, you're a cocky little tosspot.
What?
Like you are.
You
are.
But it works. You know what I mean?
Tell us about working in hospitality, mate.
About your body count.
How fast did you run that 5K again?
5K, oh yeah. 24 minutes PB.
Don't show sexual interest right away. Behave like this is your best friend.
Oh, no, it's not one.
This goes especially for men because men tend to be hypnotized by extremely beautiful women and behave unnaturally. This is usually a turn off for the other person. Just imagine that it's your best friend and behave accordingly. I'm not sure about that because that's how you end up in friend zone. You get me? I think you have to be, because in a way, do you know what that is? That's tricking them. I think you should be upfront from the outset. I would never go down the path of I just want to be your friend, but really I wanted to have sex with you.
Yeah.
You're tricking them, you're deceiving them.
You see, I do, yeah, because I also think that there's something to be said for being assertive and like saying like, this is what I want. Like,
I think you should be honest from the outset.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you walk up, hi, I'm Dan, I want to have sex with you.
Yeah, no,
it's not going to work. But I think you should let your intentions known. Like, yeah, listen, like, start off with this, I'm incredibly attracted to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, start off with something along those lines. So at least they know, okay, this person really is attracted to me.
Yeah.
Can't be like, oh, let's be best friends and thinking, I'm going to come for a sleepover. Just sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Be an experienced conversationist. 100% agree with this.
Yeah.
This is something which really can be learned and practiced. Learn some main principles and practice. Find great tips here. Hang on, is this anything else? Basically, yeah. Be a good conversationist. I can see that.
That social anxiety really lends into that one. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was it. That was the end of the. That was them. There are other things, but no, they're not. They don't really count. So yeah, have we got any tips for anybody then?
Be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself, man.
I think that's the right way to go about it, right?
Yeah,
I think it lends into the be different point. To be fair, like don't try and be like everybody else just do.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think being fully yourself would just allow a more honest and smooth relationship.
Yeah, if you like trains, man. Don't hide it, because then one day a train's gonna go past you, and be like, oh my god, it's the Hogwarts Express, and she's gonna be like, the fuck is this guy? Like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Tell her from the out. Hi, I'm Johnny. I like trains. Want a shag?
Yeah. I mean, listen, there'll be somebody out there that I'd work with. There's a girl out there right now, somewhere, waiting for somebody to say, hi, I'm Johnny, I like trains, do you want to have a shag? She's waiting for that.
She's watching the podcast. Drop it in the comments.
Yeah, man. Wait till Misha's at work, though.
Yeah.
Jokes. Listen, how long have you been rolling Southpaw?
1:30.
That's where we want it, right?
Pretty much.
That's where we want it.
Lovely.
Have we got anything else, boys? Is there anything that I'm missing? Have we done an ad break in there?
Well, I'll throw it in early doors. Early
Throw
doors.
it in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Throw
Yeah,
it in
thank you
early
to our
doors.
sponsor, Dash Media. They make it all possible.
Legends.
That's the end. That's the end of people like us. Thank you for watching. It's been fun. It's been emotional. And we'll see you next time.